morning, children. Today we are going to talk about the next chapter, and we are today going to talk about this topic. This is the verb action word. Now, in this topic verb, we are going to learn three things. First of all, we'll see that what are verbs. We will learn that what are verbs. Second thing, we will learn that what is called an object of a verb. Okay, and the next thing we will read or we will discuss that what are the types of verbs and what are those types. Okay, so let's see the first thing, that what is verb. Now verb is from this topic, it is very clear to you that verb is an action word. That means whatever action is going on, whatever activity we are doing. Suppose, for example, right now what is happening, you are watching the video, right? I am teaching you verb. Okay, so the activity which is going on is, now from my side this is teaching, and from your side you are learning. Okay, so the activity which is going on is teaching, okay, and learning. Fine, you are learning and I am teaching. So these are the two activities which are going on. So these are what? These are verbs. Okay, so, and don't think in this way that always wherever you will find this kinds of word like teaching, learning and all this, they are only verbs. No, it can only be teach, can be a, it can also be a, it is also called a verb, and even if you write learn, then also it is a verb. Okay, so it might happen that you have just put ing, you have added ing, so that is another thing. Okay, now sorry, in the very first line of your chapter you can see it's written, you can mark this line. Okay, this is important. Words that tell us what a person, animal or thing is doing. Whatever a creature is, a person it is, a thing it is, okay, it can be an animal, it can be a bird, it can be a baby, whatever, whoever is doing any activity, that will be called as verb. So you mark this line, the first one. Words that tell us what a person, animal or thing is doing are called verbs. You just mark in your book. Okay. The another word for verb, it can be action as well as doing word. Okay, it can be action word, it is called as action word also, it is called as doing word also. So verbs, they show action, so they are called action words or doing words. Even you mark this point also. Now if we see, there are some examples given. If you see, Anubhav kicked the ball, the tailor has stitched these clothes, Shilpa laughs very loudly, Moti jogs on the track in the park. These are sentences, right? In these sentences we can find out, we can understand that what the activity is going on. So those activities will be regarded as verbs. For example, the first one, Anubhav kicked the ball. Now you see in these sentences, these two sentences here, what is the activity going on? The person Anubhav, what is he doing? He kicked the ball. Okay, the person has kicked the ball, so this is our verb. Okay, the word kicked is the verb. Now we are talking, in the next sentence we are talking about the grocer. So what the grocer is doing? He sells spices. Okay, what is the activity of the grocer here? He sells spices. So this is our verb. I hope you have understand that what is a verb. If you don't understand what is a verb, next thing whatever will be coming, that the object of a verb, that you will not be able to understand. Okay, so this verb, they are either called action word or they are called doing word. Okay, either this or this. Hope it is clear to you. Now next thing we will study, or we will know, that how do you identify or what do you mean by the object of a verb. Okay, we will learn this thing. Let's see. Now, first of all, you see here I have written two sentences. Okay, we have analyzed these two sentences. We have found out that which are the verbs here, right? Now, this is just a sentence. Okay, first of all, this is just a sentence. If you have to find out which is the object of the verb, or what do you mean by the object of the verb, if you have to know about that, then what you have to do is that there's a very simple technique. You just check in the very bottom of the page, it's written here objects of the verb. Just see there what is written. Sometimes for making complete sense, verbs need an object. Okay, objects answer the question what, they do not answer the questions beginning with any other word. Now, if you have to know that what is an object of a verb, you just have to understand in this way that there, just take for example, there is a sentence. Okay, Anubhav kicked the ball. This is a sentence. Now, to make a complete meaning, see, to make a sentence you need a complete meaning, right? Without making a complete sense, you cannot call a group of words a sentence, right? A sentence needs a group of words, and also it needs a complete meaning to make sense, right? So to make sense, we need the meaning, or we need some words, right? Now, what we will do is, we have to find out which is the verb here. In the first sentence, Anubhav kicked the ball. In this sentence, we have to find out which is the verb. So, in this sentence, our verb is what? This, kicked, right? Now, what we will do? We will question the verb. The particular question we will do what? Suppose in this way, what Anubhav kicked. Suppose we don't have this part, okay? Now, if we question this, that what Anubhav kicked, what answer do we get? We get the answer, the ball. Okay? Next, another sentence. Let's see. A grocer sells spices. If I ask what a grocer sells, then what is the answer we are getting? We are getting spices. Okay? That means the ball and spices, these two are the objects of the verb kicked and sells. The word, sorry, this part, the ball, this is the object of the verb kicked, and spices is the object of the verb sells. I hope the thing is clear to you. Okay, now one more thing also I want to say is that don't think in this way that always this kinds of word have to be there, like cake, dance, sing, learn, study, all these types of thing, only the words will be there. Actually these words, they are verbs, they are actually called main verbs. Okay, main verbs or principal verbs they are called. But there are also some other words which are also verbs, but they are called auxiliary verbs. Even if it is present, you don't think in this way that they are not verbs. They are verbs. And also always remember this thing is very important, that without any verb you can't have a sentence. You must need a verb to complete a sentence. Okay, it has to be there. Now, as I was saying that the auxiliary verbs might also be present. Suppose, let's take a very simple sentence, that is, she is a good girl. Now, in this sentence, can you find out which is the verb here? We don't find any kind of this word, no, caked or sells, nothing, we don't get it. So, which is that? This is. This is our verb. I said already that without a verb you cannot have a sentence. Okay, remember this. It might be an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb, it will be like am, is, are, was, were. We have already talked about this in while we were doing negative sentence and interrogative sentence. Okay, you can check that part. So this is an auxiliary verb, okay, and also this is an auxiliary verb, and this is main verb, or it can be also called as principal verb. Okay, this type of word, they are called main verb or principal verb, and is, are, was, were, am, have, has, had, all these words are called auxiliary verb or helping verb. This is clear? So till now we have learned two things, that is what are verbs. Whatever shows action, whichever word shows action, okay, activity of anything, any person, that is called verb. And next we have learned, the second thing we have learned is what are objects of a verb. That is whenever we ask the verb the question what, okay, because we need some group of words to make the sentence complete. Okay, suppose here if we ask, suppose you think that this part is not there and we are asking that what Anubhav kicked or Anubhav kicked. Now Anubhav kicked, this sounds incomplete, right? Definitely it will create a question in our mind that what did Anubhav kick? Okay, what Anubhav kicked? We don't know. We are searching for answer then. So the answer which we are searching for, that is the object. Okay. So while we ask this thing that what Anubhav kicked, we get an answer that the ball. So the ball becomes our object. Now the next thing we will talk about is what are the types of verbs and what are they? How do we understand that which verb is what? Let's see that. So now we will see that what are the types of verbs and what are they, and we will also discuss the types of the verbs. Okay, first of all we will see what are the types of verbs. So the types of verbs are transitive verb and intransitive verb. Okay, the first is called transitive verb and the second one is called intransitive verb. Okay, name is very simple enough. Now, as while we were talking about, just now we were talking about that what do you mean by the object of a verb. So we were talking that to make the sentence complete or to make a complete, to give a complete sense to the meaning of the sentence, we need some words to complete it. Okay, we need some words to complete the meaning of the sentence. So those are called object, right? So now transitive verb is what? Which needs an object to complete the meaning of the sentence. Okay, as I have written here, transitive verb are those verbs which needs an object to complete the meaning of the sentence. Okay, now I'm giving a sentence here. Just see, the example I have used here is the greengrocer sells vegetables. Now first of all, if I say that if I have to find out that which is the object here, then how will I do that? I will question that what the greengrocer sells, right? So while I question this, what the greengrocer sells, I'll get the answer vegetables. Okay, that means it is needing an object to complete the meaning of the sentence. Now see, the greengrocer sells. If I skip vegetables, if I don't use the word vegetables, okay, if I just omit it, suppose the word vegetables is not present, means what? It is incomplete. Okay, we are searching for answer. The greengrocer sells what? We don't know. That means we are requiring answer. So that means it needs an object. It needs the word basically to complete the meaning of the sentence. So that is how this is transitive verb. And intransitive verb is completely the opposite thing. That is which does not need any object. Okay, without any object it can mean completely. Okay, that means the meaning of the sentence will not be hampered. For example, birds fly. We all know that birds fly. Now birds fly, after this we don't need anything. Within these two words it is already complete. Okay, the meaning is already complete. So in this way, while we need an object to complete the meaning of the sentence, that is called transitive verb, and while we don't need any object to complete the meaning of the sentence, that is called intransitive verb. Okay, so this is all about the chapter verb. Okay, so the first thing which we have learned is what are verbs. Secondly, we have learned what are the objects of a verb, and thirdly we have learned what are the types of verb and what are they, what are transitive and intransitive. So this is all over the chapter of verbs. Now after going through this video, you just try to do this brain twisters and fun with colors and activity zone. You just try to solve the exercise yourself, and if you have any query, then you can ask me after you have watched this video. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.